the weekly Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Fishing Report, brought to you by the Cain Pole in Southern Hills Plaza.
This is Jeremy Shiflett with an update from the Northwest District. Both Rough and Nolan River Lakes are at summer pool and stable prior to rain this week on Wednesday and Thursday. Bass fishing has been fair at both reservoirs, with lots of fish under 15 inches being caught using various methods. There's been a few fish over 15, but they've been a little harder to come by. And there has been some good topwater action early and late. At Rough, crappie fishing continues to be good, but not quite as hot as it has been for the last few weeks. Fish seem to be back on structure, 8 to 15 feet deep, with some larger fish suspending in open water. Jigs or minnows have been a toss-up depending on the day. Hybrid striped bass fishing has been very good. Some fish have been caught in the jumps, others using live shad or swim baits near the creek mouths and the lower end of the lake. There are also going to be some fish still upstream, up around Evilly and above, that are moving back down into the lake. Hybrids are also being caught at night if you can find some shad up on the shallow flats. At Nolan, the crappie bite has slowed down as well. Most fish have moved to offshore timber and structure 7 to 15 feet deep. If they're not hitting your go-to bait, try changing it up. These fish are a little less predictable in the period immediately after the spawn. Anglers are catching some big white bass in the jumps and at night under lights or by casting main lake points. Small swim baits, crankbaits, spoons, inline spinners, and curly-tail grubs will all catch some of these feisty white bass. Bluegill and red ear are bedding in the state lakes. Look for quiet pockets with overhead cover and cast a small jig or a small number 8 or number 10 hook with a piece of waxworm, redworm, nightcrawler, etc. under a float. The bass are still biting fairly well. They seem to be near shore but holding a little bit deeper than usual, somewhere in the 4 to 8 to 10 foot range. Trout were stocked again in Otter Creek this month, both on the ORA and on Fort Knox. Catfish were stocked last week in Owensboro and Litchfield Fens Lakes. You can also catch sunfish along the banks in the Fens Lakes right now. The fish are not always out in the middle, so look carefully when you approach the lake, and you just may find some easy targets close by. Good luck and stay safe.